nor do they have an interest. There's a tremendous amount of money. You got a water system that's archaic, it's 50 years old. You got a sewer system that's made of itself. It's awesome. So we're here to help out. A lot of people say, well, what's your interest? What is our interest? Why do we want to do it? It's mainly because we have about 100 employees. We have a couple different units. So 100 employees, and we're letting out opportunities. Because what's happening out there is the big guys buying mobile home parks up town. Carlisle Group, Sun Systems, all those guys. They're buying them up, and they're jacking ready to the roof. Okay, so taking a park like Plaza, they're ready 800 spaces in the city. We bought it for $305 million. We're taking the rents from $1,100 to $23. What's going to happen to your equity? It's going to float at a high rate. Okay? So we're seeing that. Every time that happens over the last 40 years, steady and go kind of thing. We have construction people, we have salespeople, we have staff. So, full disclosure, that's why we're interested. Okay? We're also interested in making it right. Investors, people park out up there, no idea what to do. Part of that how many women Tammy said to me, we're not interested in selling. Okay? We're just not going to do it. So it's a pipe dream. That's essentially why we're doing it. So you hear from me, we need to continue the work. Okay? So we can do these things for you. 5-year rent freeze, which means the next 5 years you don't have to pay any increases. There's going to be no surprises. Regardless of whether the Odessa lease goes up 3% a year, okay, it's already $800,000 a year now. It's going to be $2 million in 2052. That's where it's going to go. Who's going to pay for that? Okay?
I won't be here.
Nobody be here, but hey, I might be here.
Yeah.
Your kids, your kids, somebody's going to inherit it. For us, like Grant said, it's all about your value. You want your park, you want your mobile home to be worth $50,000, or do you want it to be worth $150,000? More. Right, more. So when you want to sell, you want to get the best price you can.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be hamstrung.
I'm all about that.
You know, because it's good for you. The thing is about the way most mobile home park owners think. I have 4 parks. I know that. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm talking to them. They think that your park is just nothing. You have a trade. Okay, this is how they do it. The value is in the land. Okay, even though I look at it this way, I say joint equity. If you tabulate all the costs of all these homes over here, you total that up. Okay, I bet it could be pretty close to $50, $60 million. This is what this park is on. It's the same.
500 homes, 200,000 maybe average, so
What's that?
100 million.
So they have twice as much value.
It's twice as
That's
much
another
as
one.
ours.
But most mobile home park operators say you got nothing. It's worth $20,000. I rent. I should be charging you $3,000 because you're near San Francisco. That's the way they look at it. Okay, they're totally screwed. I've seen it time to time. So we're here to remedy that. Okay. So that's why we grew up $1 million set aside for rent assistance, $1 million for home improvements. Okay, we're going to plow money into this park right away. Okay, that water system we have is old. That needs to come out. Okay, out. Right. The streets, clubhouse, we donated them. Okay, we donated them to the basketball. We donated the security system. Okay, because we do business. It's in our here's the misinformation that you're getting. You're getting information that we as realtors, which we're not, okay, we're coming here and rape, okay, we're rape the system. That's far from the truth. Okay? We can close in 90 days, but there's one condition. You can't buy it without your name. Okay? That's the difference. You can't just walk in there and buy it out from underneath the co-op. We know that. Okay? But you are the mobile home park just as much as they are. Okay? You live here, you pay rent. You know, your vote counts just as much as anybody else's. So it's really up to you. As the residents, do you like our proposition or do you like their proposition? Otherwise, it's just pure dialectics, right? The arguing and that sort of thing, this conversation go back and forth and that thing. Otherwise, it's ridiculous. Okay? What's good for you is what's important. So that's kind of our pitch. Then you have to make a decision if you want to do the co-op, you want to be governed by an oligarchy, okay? Or do you like our proposition? 40 years in the business, you buy this and you get this. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Okay? The rest is just, you know, what our proposal is. It makes sense. We already had 3 meetings. Either on questions, that sort of thing, if we're trying to clarify. Right, Greg? Yeah.
I like what, you know, if we ask you, that's, we get an answer. You know, let's ask, that person makes a law and
That's the answer I'm going to tell you. We want you to have an organization, a body that we can talk to on a regular basis. This is post-ownership, okay? Because we feel what you're doing. Our business has always been on the resident side. Okay? We always represented the resident, whether you represented the listing or the sale. We never represented the target. Okay? But it's always this, I deserve more, you deserve less kind of mentality. It's ridiculous. That's why we have rent control all over California. Because people can't behave themselves. You know, they can't think sensibly. That's what common sense. You don't see that. It doesn't have to be that. Okay? Everybody can win here. You can win with low rents. You can win with high property values. Okay? You can win with a better community. You know, nice new streets, new water system, electrical, gas, sewer system. You got a problem over here with potential slide issues. You got a lot of things. You know what we're doing. You look at my park chateau, it's the nicest in the desert. Okay? Downtown San Francisco. Just take a drive down there. It's on Monterey Road. Try to do that mobile home. I encourage you to do it. Just take a look at it. Okay? Just interest 80,000 words. Right?
Tripod here. You can't hear it. She put it on the barbecue. No, I can hear him fine.
Okay? Or that place looks like I'm in France. Okay? I'm in Vermont. Okay? Take a look. That's our. You would rather live there than you would in a piece of real estate outside. Why can't we do that? Can't you have that?
It should be the nicest community in the area. It's close to San Francisco, you have views, you're on hills, whereas most of the communities are like grids, it's all flat, packed together. So this has a lot going for it. It just needs a little bit of refinement and investment.
we have the most beautiful sunsets around here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the potential is enormous. When this mobile home park back in the 70s was first made, you know what they used to call it? Franciscan Country Club.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
They used to have parties here. Everybody's friendly. They have like Christmas parties, Thanksgiving, Halloween, you know, Valentine's Day, all that stuff. You say other things.
So we gotta start this.
Well, like I say, we can't do it. We can't do it unless you want it. Well, you need to write link, and you need to tell the people in the community that you think this is a great idea, and encourage them to talk to us. Okay? You can do that. Because again, notwithstanding the way they think, we can't come in here and buy it. The link has an obligation. They have a settlement agreement that was settled between the frac organization and Link. Okay? And they have to comply with that settlement agreement. As of late, what they've done is they've shifted gears a little bit because the frac organization wanted to form a co-op. Okay? So Link is in compliance with that. The thing is, they can buy it. You certainly can. Why haven't they? It's been going on for 3 years. They've had ample time to close. Okay? We waited. Grant went to a few of their meetings. Okay? We had listened to Grant's help a little bit about some information on bylaws. And then they didn't want to talk to you. I don't know why. They didn't want to talk to you. Maybe they thought Grant was hostile to their cause.
I'm not that likable.
Grant wasn't hostile.
Oh, you're terrible.
I like you, Granny.
Oh, thank you.
That's one.
Grant just wanted to know what the bylaws were if we were to buy homes. Okay? Because most co-ops, they don't let you do that. And I'm sure with some of the statements that were made by the co-op representatives, they probably wouldn't allow it to happen. So we don't know that for a fact, but the intimation was there. So, well, we hear this information, so if we can't buy homes for people that have homes they can't sell otherwise, we bought a lot of homes here from Borders. We bought homes that were just completely dilapidated. They cost $100,000 to repair. We bought them. We paid some pretty good money,
Yes, it
right? Okay? So they got to go away with $100,000 in their pocket. Okay? For something that was worth nothing. Okay, nothing. We secured a storage agreement, we're allowed to put a new mobile home on the space, and sell it, everybody wins. That scenario. If we're not allowed to buy the homes, what are they gonna sell the homes to? They're gonna say, well, we have to have affordable housing here, so you can sell your home for $25,000. Good luck to you when you move. Maybe you can find something in Arizona. Okay? So do you want those kinds of restrictions? You don't have to agree with it if it's best for you. With that, just keep in mind that our interests are your interests. Okay? Take a look at my mobile home park in San Jose. Picture, housing, like that. Just try it.
How big is the one in San Jose?
This is as big as this one.
With the 500 homes?
433.
And you
This
go-
mobile home park really is 500, only 400 of the spaces are true mobile home parks. There's 100 spaces on lease lanes, really governed by somebody else, under lease by Link. Okay, so Link has jurisdiction on it, but the land is owned by someone else. That land expires in 2052. When that happens, no telling what's gonna happen with that parcel. Okay?
And how long have you owned place in San Jose?
Since 1999.
21 years.
And I've done others. I've got a really nice one out in Modesto. This was a mobile home park. There was 167 spaces. Of the 167 we bought, there's 30 occupants. Okay? There was about 65 burnt out units. It looked like the worst side of Detroit. Oh, you name it. Everything was boarded up. Okay, that park was called Highwood Estate. It was known for high crime. Okay, we bought that mobile home park for 60%. Put in a nice soccer field, play for kids. Did the streets, all the
Hello.
gas, sewer, water.
Could you move?
Jesse, did you?
Oh, yeah, wait.
That was a turnaround.
If you yes, just like.
You can do that here too.
How about buying up in Reading?
Reading's got some good deals.
Yeah, they got some nice mobile home parks up there.
Yeah, my cousin does a lot of homes in Reading. Yeah.
So we're not coming in here to take advantage of anybody. Our interests are completely salutary. Okay? We're here to improve it, make your life better, make your life predictable. Right? We're going to set aside 2 separate funds. There's a fund $1 million each. People that need help temporarily because they need their rent payments. Okay? Other people that can't. We're going to set that money aside. And then we're going to plow money into this thing right away. The last time we had the meeting, I think Sonny asked, what's the timeline? I think 5 years is probably reasonable. Okay, it takes a little time. The permit process alone is going to be monumental. Do you like the water here by chance? Does water taste good? You filter it?
Yeah.
Well, did you didn't?
Put sand in it all the time. Well, not anymore.
Let's say you can build sandcastles. Let's say you can build sandcastles.
So it's probably leaching dirt. It's probably cracks and slime. That's probably going to be a first order of business. Get rid of that tank up there. That's why we put it in the big for you to look at.
So how would you go about doing that? Hooking up to the city or something?
Yes.
Need the city to bring another water line in. 'Cause there's not enough pressure right now with the line that's here. So there's a pumping station behind that house that burned down. It's pumping the water up the hill to the water tower. So we need to bring a secondary line and remove the water tower and put in all new infrastructure where you can have shut-off valves. So most communities now, when they're replacing their infrastructure, they put these shut-off valves in place. So like here, sometimes you'll get a water leak or the pipe breaks, and then you have to shut off water to the whole park, right? Have you guys experienced that over the years? You should be able to just isolate it by block, right? So you can just turn it off, deal with the problem, move on with your life.
The other issue is you have to drain that tank when you do it. $50 gallons of water. Take that goal. So our intention is to repair all these things. It's not going to cost you a cent. I'm not going to ask you for $2,500. I'm not going to ask you for $1 to sign up. And we're not going to knock on your doors and beat you over the head. Okay? Say not that for. All right? We're not going to do things like that. No intimidation, no coercion. All right? We're just going to do it. It needs to be done. This is a long-term thing. We're prepared to offer 30-year leases. 30-year leases. It's unheard of. Most people only give you one or month to month. Isn't that nice? Just to be able to predict what things are going to cost a year from now, these are your house. Good for me.
I'm not going anywhere. How are you? You close to everything. You can walk to everything if you need to.
Any other questions? We have Francine there.
Do you have any questions? No? Bob, any questions?
No, I just came here to listen.
Okay.
Yeah, well, then.
There's a question.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hardly.
Wells Fargo?
No, there's a number of lenders that we use. There's a number of lenders that we use.
Such as?
Well, we would use I can do it. I've done it many times over. This is not my first rodeo.
So that means if you find this private entity, you can throw everybody out and sell the property.
That's the fear tactics engineer. We're proposing, okay, we could put we could give you a 30-year lease, first of all, okay? We're also proposing to keep the mobile home park, and we could put it as an attachment to the title, keep the mobile home park in the perpetuity. Okay? Our interest is not to sell the park. Our interest is not to change the use of the park. This is what we do. I've been doing this for 40 years.
But you're a private enterprise, you're only in this for the profit.
Take a look at my mobile home park in San Jose. I encourage you to do it. Okay? I'm not in it for the profit. I don't need to do that.
Who runs it down there?
We organize. We're the operators. My
You're the
partner,
management?
Art Chadoff, and myself. It's done by the Deer Capital. Okay, those are the people that the management that we hire to run it.
How many
Just like this
homes?
mobile home park, we're going to hire a management company to run it.
Well, naturally, so with the co-op, they're
Sure.
not going to run it.
Sure. Okay.
Now, there's no way you're gonna guarantee that I'm not going to be assessed, have my rent increase, there's no guarantee.
I'm guaranteeing you 5 years rent-free. That's what I'm doing.
5,
5 years rent-free. The rents don't have to be after 5 years.
and then after 5 years, it's
After
what?
5 years, no more than 3%.
Oh, I don't believe that.
I'll put it-
You better put it in writing.
Well, you definitely will.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Well, you can hire your attorney, and your attorney can represent you, and can be part of the negotiation. We can't buy the mobile home park unless we have your support.
Well, it's obvious you're having trouble getting it.
We're not, if you want to close on your sale, close on it. You have a co-op, you close on it. We're behind you to close on it. We're not trying to fight you.
Yes, you are.
No, we're
You're
not. We're
pushing
giving
another
people an
option
alternative.
which no one has heard of.
Well, you've seen 3 brochures that we sent out.
I don't read brochures. I don't want to hear the brochures. It says nothing. It says nothing.
What it is, those are our commitments to the community. These are the things we're gonna do, we put it in writing.
You know how many people sit here and lie? Come on.
I'm telling you,
I don't believe it.
straight up, that we're not lying, and we'll put it in writing, what we're gonna do. Okay?
Good. So you come up and tell everybody how much it's going to cost to operate the park, where the money is coming from.
And what's your percentage you're gonna take for the management? 6%? 6%? No, they don't.
Well, they can.
No, they don't. I've done more research on that, and the highest any management company will come out of here is 3%.
6 feet loose. 6 feet.
Yeah,
6 feet, Lou.
and these are top management companies.
Okay, Lou.
Get him. Go get
Who
him.
are they?
Sin.
Melanie, go grab him. Make me do
I
it.
know them too. I talk to them all the time. You can buy them all, why not stay in town?
I just don't understand where you're gonna get 6%.
Why does that matter to you if your rent doesn't go up for 5 years?
Oh, come on, 5 years, you know, that's a bunch of crap. And then you're gonna, you know, the cost of here, no,
Just back up.
I'm double matched here, so, and I get,
You're talking, I can hear you.
you know, the thing is, you know, I wanna know more. I wanna know how much you're gonna take these people apart. We got people in here, they're on fixed incomes, and you're gonna guarantee that those people can stay in this park? They own the home, but a lot of them can't afford.
That's why we have $1 million set aside to help our renters.
Yeah, but are you a 501(c)(3) in this park? Because it's for fucking low
Back
income.
up a little bit. Don't get off.
Lou, stop. Please, stop.
All right? You're not doing yourself a good.
Lou, please.
You can't talk to me, don't talk to me at all. All right?
Lou.
So I'll answer any of your questions. Okay? We're coming in here, letting you know our intentions.
Well,
Okay? That needs more attention. Why come here to see that?
do you even know how much it costs to operate the park?
I own mobile home park.
No.
I know how much it costs to operate this.
What is it?
Okay, it's about 35% of everything.
No. What is the annual budget?
The annual budget on this mobile home park is about $600,000 per month. $7.2 million. 35% of that goes out in operating costs. 35% goes out.
Income,
Standard operating.
expenses, what is the bottom line?
Well, I'm going to tell you this: we got $10 to $20 million in liabilities facing us. $10 to $20 million.
Well,
The
it's
stuff
more than
that
that. How are you
needs to
gonna
be
pay the bonds?
You're gonna refinance, get a new loan, you pay off the bonds, okay? You're gonna bring that debt outstanding from 50-something million dollars down to
So
about
this
40.
park costs $6 million on a budget a year to operate. Now we have new loan expense. Management costs more. And what is your bottom line?
They are going to be paying for everything, the repairs of everything. We don't have to pay anything. We get a rent freeze for 5 years
No.
and 3% after that. Marianne,
Don't talk to me. I want to know, the cost to operate the park.
What's 35% of 7.2 million?
Wait a minute.
$2.5 million.
is the co-op ready to buy? Do you have all the money and the people?
Yeah.
Close the deal.
We'll find out on, what, Saturday?
Yeah, we will.
Can't close it, we're offering an olive branch.
That's an olive branch?
Well, it really isn't an olive branch. The problem is that you'll still own the park.
Well, you can continue, Link can continue to own it. Link doesn't have to sell it.
And because we won't, people who live here will have no say what goes on.
You will have a say.
No, we won't, because we don't own anything.
Well, then you should have
We don't own
100%
it now.
After
interest.
5 years, you'll do whatever you want with the rents. I mean, that's what happens everywhere.
We give you a commitment. It would be a covenant that would give it to homeowners. That is 3%
Also,
maximum.
it's interesting that their business, you don't have a very good record. You look at yourself up. I don't know why you want to.
Good record in here?
Not in here, I'm talking in general.
In general.
I mean,
Are you talking about my company Alliance? Or are you talking about our
our
company?
whole little,
My whole little group? I wasn't aware of that. If you go on my company for Alliance and you look at Yelp, okay, then get back.
Yeah, I did.
We're talking about Alliance.
You got complaints about your one up north, harassing people when they get on Yelp and say bad things about the management up there. You have your managers go in and harass people.
Where?
Hey, that was on Yelp, my
Which
friend.
community?
You had a community up north.
Lou, you can't come out and say something like that without saying what community it is.
It's up in Fairfield, Vacaville area.
We don't work if
We
you
don't have a
that.
park in Fairfield. Okay? So just stick to the facts here. I've known you guys a long time. I don't know
Yeah,
why
you known
it's-
us a good long time, but you know, the thing is, why? Why you want to step in
All of a sudden.
all of a sudden? Why? Tell us
As I explained
why
earlier,
all of a
we
sudden.
have 100 people that depend on this. that-
100?
100?
That's their job, that's right.
100?
Well,
I see them all here.
We got a majority in this park already.
Okay, there's plenty of other parks that.
If you
park
have a
operators that work
majority,
with them.
then you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, we
You
don't
can
need
just
to worry about
close
it.
on the deal that you
We
have.
don't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
We have
Right?
the majority. We're just here to listen. That's all
Why
we're
is that a
doing.
big problem?
We're all just here to listen.
we gotta listen,
Sitting here in this group
please.
don't own their homes, they're not
Don't say anything. Don't. Keep it here.
Okay, but when we own it, we can address it.
Oh,
Right,
so-
we can do anything about it.
Go by it first and then ask about it later.
Oh, no, it would be a violation to be subletting.
Okay, where are your bylaws?
We don't have our bylaws yet.
No, I know.
Okay?
So is
We
that.
don't own the mobile home park. If we own the mobile home park, then we come up with our bylaws. There's rules and regulations that regarding subletting, and those mobile home parks don't allow it.
Where are yours?
Will not allow it.
Where are yours?
I have a chateau to sell, I can make a copy of it and see it for sure. That's something that you gotta see.
They're gonna go
Provide your
like
copy
stores
of
and
the
sell
bylaws
the stuff
and
we did.
chateau.
Even if we didn't get it, they're gonna go. I mean, like, we know what we have.
Situation here, 20 acres. That's the third class of ownership here. Okay, you have class one.
Yeah, just let me get this, okay?
Involved in the co-op, actually buy the mobile home park. Class two, those are people who are not involved in the mobile home park on the 50 acres that just want to rent. Okay? In class three, you have the people on the pedestrian field. 20 acres up there. That lease expires in 2052. By the time 2052 comes, those rent payments are going to be $2 million a year.
I'm not saying.
$2 million, and Podesta, I know them. Okay, they're not going to sell that parcel. Okay, they are not going to sell. They just mortgaged it. Okay, so those people are going to be out of luck. All those people that bought into the co-op are going to have nothing at 2052. A lot of them are not going to live here then. But the people that do buy their homes are going to be. Eventually, that's the day.
There is a provision in the settlement to buy the property after
They're not.
the lease
I'm telling you
expires.
straight as day, they're not selling it. Okay?
You could predict the future.
They're not selling the park. I met them, both of them, the brothers. They're not selling the 20 acres.
So you could predict the future. They're not going to sell it in 2052.
I'm not predicting, I'm just telling you what they told me. Okay?
They could be long dead by then.
Then they have the family.
Oh, they'll
There's
for
tax
sure.
implications. There's tax implications.
I'll still be around.
Just like that, they don't like selling.
How old are you?
I'm only 71. I'll be 103, that's all.
It's possible.
I can't commit you 100%.
Let's see.
I'm gonna hang
You'd be
on.
103, I would be 90, 98 if I make it that
Well,
far.
I'm going to offer them an
98.
opportunity to be involved in our partnership.
Oh my God.
There's lots of tax advantages for people like that to be involved in an organization like this.
No, I'd be 95.
But they're not going to sell
I'm
it.
just curious, after all this time, and you were involved, and you said you wanted to help us, and then you switched around. And then, all of a sudden, when we get close, and we're almost there, you pop it, and you have this alternative.
It's a fair question. Well, for one, I gave the proposal to the FHC members before the co-op was even a thought.
They haven't even
That
met
was
for
about
3
2
years.
years ago. Okay, and then I did want to help you guys out. And you asked for an endorsement, and I said I want to see a copy of the rules and regulations that you're proposing.
And they're on the website.
The bylaws or the rules and regulations?
Bylaws.
It's a little different. Well, the bylaws don't really, the bylaws just
How
go
can
into
you be-
governance of the
How
co-op
can you have
itself.
a conversation with FHC when it's just a paper document for a nonprofit? And they haven't had a meeting in 3 years.
Originally, it was, the settlement agreement was to transfer to the FHC.
Yes, but they
So I went and gave the proposal to Bob Quinn and Sonny and Ricky Rubio. Okay, and it was
Which was
never
turned down.
presented to the general public, but I saw the co-op gaining steam, so I said, okay, let's see where this goes. I tried to help out in terms of,
You didn't help out.
well, maybe I have an inflated view of it, but in my opinion, I asked some good questions and got people to think about some of the potential consequences for things. Okay, but then I was uninvited to a meeting when I was halfway up here from my house.
Ah,
in
you didn't
San
do that.
Jose. I didn't hear anything. We waited until, September. You had until the
You
31st
promised
to
to
close.
get back to us. You
It takes,
promised to get back to us. You promised us in writing. You promised us everything, and you disappeared. So don't give me that. No.
that's not true.
You disappeared.
Well, I tried to come. You could ask Bob and Melanie. They asked Shelley, and Shelley told me not to come when I was on 280.
You were there.
That's-
I was sitting right there when you made all these promises.
I don't know. What promise did I make that I didn't keep? Okay, I said I would endorse the co-op when I had a full grasp of understanding what was going to happen with the co-op.
You would
Which is
provide
pretty
us,
straightforward. Rules and regulations is pretty important. You're supposed to close a few months later, and we're still in basic discussion phase about some of the core tenets of what was going to be.
Well,
Okay, so what am I endorsing? A theory? I've told people a long time, the loan's great. That's remarkable to get a zero down, low interest loan like that. But all the other stuff, I can't endorse it because I don't know what it is. And I think that's very fair.
We've talked to you about the housing here, we've talked to you about the low income, we've talked to you about the affordable housing.
Right, so low income. So how are you going to handle low income with the co-op? Or how are you going to handle, people are saying there's never going to be evictions. How are you going to handle those things?
It's very simple.
How?
It's very simple. We have bylaws. We
And
have
they're
rules
posted.
and regulations.
Okay, rules and regulations.
have to be voted on after we're formed as a
All
co-op.
been voted on.
The residents have to vote on the rules and regs.
I don't think you have rules and regulations finalized, and if you have, you haven't given them to 90% of the people in the park.
After we're formed as a co-op, we give them to all the residents to look over, and then they vote on it.
Well, anyways, Sin, in answer to your question, I thought that waiting till September was the right thing to do and polite, because I knew by that point you couldn't possibly close by the 31st. So to me, as an outsider, it looked like it had stalled out. You obviously feel different.
We are in a pandemic, Grant. You know that, right?
What's
Things
that?
are a lot slower now.
You know, we're in a pandemic, you know. That's
We're getting it
helped us a
done,
lot.
but it's an inch at a time.
9 months ago, it was, oh, we're right on the cusp, and then 6 months
okay.
ago, it was right on the cusp.
Well, we can't control what Link does.
Nothing's stopping you from getting it done.
No.
Oh, yes, it is. There's a lot of things stopping us.
No, not stopping us.
Well, holding us up.
For the pandemic.
Link is willing
Come
to
on.
sell it to you, right? So what's
Come
stopping you?
on.
Lou?
No, there's just a lot of things holding us up, and it's not our fault.
A lot of the details.
There's details, and the devil's in the details, don't you know?
Can't have it both ways.
Well, the devil's in the details, Grant. That's how it goes, you know?
Oh, shit.
If you have a good deal, you have a co-op, we don't need to buy the co-op. It's gone.
We're not buying the mobile home park.
We have a settlement.
We have a settlement agreement.
We don't need you interfering with
We're
it.
not interfering.
Yes, you are.
The residents and alternatives.
What residents? Please?
Look, is that my phone?
Somebody. They pay rent here just like we do.
But ask them if they're on lease, they're homeowners. Go ahead.
They're all on the lease. Why would you assume otherwise?
Because I know otherwise.
We're not here to convince you, we're just here to give you our point
Oh,
of
hey,
view.
maybe if it doesn't work out, you know, you guys have my number. I'm happy to still work with any of you.
If it doesn't work out, I'm moving.
I'm good with that too.
Yeah.
No way.
All right.
We'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, well, we will see what happens.
Yep. The judge hasn't sung yet,
No,
and the judge retains jurisdiction.
correct.
So,
Well, the whole thing would be different if we were a hospital. We're not. We're requesting homeowner support. We can't buy it unless we get it. So if we don't get it, there's no harm, no foul.
we're not buying it, we're paying off the bonds.
All of a sudden, he tried to explain it from the last deal, and you're the type of people that we try to avoid. We know there's a lot of sharks. We know
Well, you're mischaracterizing it. We know there's a lot of sharks too. I can give you a paper here. There's like 20 mobile home parks owned by Hometown America. Only one of those residents come out. You know? Any one of them. What are the people in the Podesta gonna do? Are they gonna control their park? They don't own that land.
whether you are involved, whether people are involved, right, you have no control, you don't have any control over what pedestrians are gonna
But that's the people are gonna be subsidizing the rest.
I live on a pedestrian's property.
They're gonna be paying for everybody else.
It's on their property.
Well, in
I'm not worried.
2052, they could say, I'm not interested in leasing the property. That lease is gonna be $2 million a year in 30 years. It goes up 3% a year. It's already $800,000.
That's thanks to Hunter Johnson.
That's right. You know what he did? He gave these guys $500,000 up front because he was so worried that they wouldn't renew.
We've never seen the paperwork on that loan.
They didn't even negotiate.
We don't even know if he gave them the money.
Anything. Gary told me they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe that he offered that without even a negotiation.
But that's in the past.
Unless they bumped the rent. Okay? Now
We're
the
not
rent goes
talking
up
about
3%
that.
every year. You have to pay that.
We have a settlement agreement.
Yeah, but
Well, the settlement agreement is getting sorted out.
We'll have to pay it
same
too.
thing is gonna happen.
We'll have to pay it too. Okay?
Right, that's the point.
The judge retains jurisdiction over the settlement, and
But see, the difference is our loan.
we're getting ready to fund the loan. They're getting ready to give us the money, and that's that.
How do you pay off a $50
I don't know what the problem is.
bond?
Well,
That wouldn't be a problem.
No, it won't be. Oh, we'll see. All right. Let's see.
okay, and that pays off the loan.
Have you talked to the city about it?
Talk to the city about it. It's not a problem. The bonds are callable right now.
Yeah.
Does the city know that?
Our attorney has notified the city.
Where's your attorney?
He's not here.
Obvious.
I don't need attorneys. Okay? Doesn't serve.
So if we want to question the legality,
You have plenty of time to do that. We have plenty of time. We can get together again and again and again and again. And every question you have, we'll answer. If we don't have the answer, I'll get the answer.
Will you be exempt from reassessment?
We're gonna be reassessed, no question. Okay, but that's no skin off your nose. It's not gonna
Well-
cost you anything. We already factored that in.
If I'm still here, it'll definitely affect me.
that's factored into the loan?
The property tax that you pay on your house is independent of whatever happens with the land.
The debt service has to be paid, and if you go and increase the debt service, you have to increase the rents to the residents.
We're
absorb all
offering
that
the
rent.
lease in writing, 5-year rent freeze, 3% rent control after that.
That still doesn't take care of the tax increase.
It does take care of the tax increase because we're reducing the outstanding balance by about $15 million, and we're dropping the interest rate from a blended 6.75 or whatever it is to about 3. Okay, we wouldn't be
One of our partners, he's a genius.
agreeing to these things if it was going to put the park immediately in the red.
Okay,
Okay, fair enough.
I got it.
Get an assessment.
No one will get an assessment. Our commitment to you is rent freeze 5 years from the date of closing. Your rent will not go
No
up.
assessment, no homeowners association,
Nope.
nothing.
You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to pay for any water. Water, get rid of that, so get rid of all, redo the streets, the sewer.
I shouldn't redo the streets before you do the sewers.
That's last.
Yeah,
And you know what else I'll do? I'll get
I really want it first, but it's got to be last.
Don't be smart.
Come on, you know, I worked in construction too.
You'll know exactly
I
what your
know.
rent's
I
gonna
ran a jackhammer for years.
be, okay? So that
For PG&E?
that will survive
Yeah.
anything else,
In the street department.
short of a meteor landing on this mobile home park.
I know it don't look like it now, but I mean,
Maybe a fire,
back then,
then we're all screwed.
When did you retire?
2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you shake your head. I guarantee you that's what I'll do. We'll put it all in writing.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but unfortunately, I don't believe it, but, anyway, neither here nor there. I mean, you know,
So we'll put you down as a maybe.
No.
and if for some reason or other that doesn't happen, like she says, I'm gonna take off too.
All right.
Thank you, Fran.
Can't afford to live here, you know, I'm retirement.
It's expensive. You know, it's relatively affordable for the area, but there's no question it's still expensive.
Yeah, well, Matt moved out of the area, so we.
I think it was wonderful.
Alrighty.
Any other questions?
Nah. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah,
It's just, you know,
I get it.
confusing to a lot of people that,
Oh, fair enough.
I mean,
I feel like I gave it a good long.
oh, I know.
Wait.
We were fair with you too, Grant. I mean, we
Oh,
had you in the meetings. I mean,
yeah.
you said you were going to write a letter and then it didn't
I
happen.
said I
So
would endorse the co-op once
Yeah.
I knew exactly what I was endorsing. I think that's fair.
yeah.
Okay. But it was you or Melanie that I called when I was on my way up here. And
I
you
think
said-
Shelley was the one that
Shelley said no.
yeah, Shelley
Don't
said
come.
no. Right.
Okay, so that's not very friendly.
We tried to get a hold of you before you got up here.
Okay, so
Well, I mean, you went to how many of our meetings? What, 4 or 5?
yeah, but nothing to know exactly what I'm endorsing,
Right, right.
and I think that's fair.
Well, it's just not pie in the sky. We do have a lot of
Well,
stuff.
maybe you're close, okay, but
Yeah.
I don't know where you're at, and nobody's
Well,
telling
the
anybody where exactly
The bylaws are on the website, and
bylaws are kind of inconsequential.
we are waiting for NCB to get all the. They just recently got all the financial documents from Link, so they can make their decision. I mean, we
So,
have
like,
nothing
They're still
to.
in the due diligence, doing the rent roll review and stuff like that.
But Link is not complying, and that's the problem. It's not our fault. And you know, we know it's taken too long. That's not what we wanted.
No, if you guys
know?
have your 66% and you have the money you need, and it's Link not providing.
We've already
the rent
gotten
rolls,
around that. We've got the majority. We've got what California needs. We've
then
got
you're
what the
gonna
banker
provide
needs.
it to court, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
But if not, I think you guys, instead of being so hostile,
I'm not being
should keep
hostile.
an open mind to this, because maybe this is the best option. Okay, but no, of course, exhaust.
We
Go
got
forward with it.
you got to ride the horse you're on.
No,
You know.
I think that's fair. Okay, you think that's better? I think this is better.
I've been doing it for
But
14.
we both know it's better than,
Well, you know, we
than
hadn't
some
had
other
so much
options.
infighting and so much.
The newsletter went out a couple weeks ago. Okay, it was supposedly already taken care of by then.
Well, we're doing good,
Oh, good.
and God bless us all, each and every one. And
There's certainly worse outcomes that are possible.
there are. Oop. Oh, criminy.
I got it.
Okay. Okay, Grant. Take it easy. Co-op.
You invited me to the meeting. You guys didn't want to work with me anymore.
Everybody turn around. Everybody turn around. This way. Hello, everyone. There you go.
Shelley's dying to see the video, so Mary,
There we are. Okay,
get
so
on quickly. Oh,
hi, everyone.
but I'm glad that you were the one talking. I had to calm
Yes.
you down. So
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lou, I didn't mean to.
I mean, but 6%. We got 3 management companies that
He
have
was
all
getting
said under
hostile.
3%. Oh,
Yeah. I'm glad. Thank you all for showing up.
With me, so I just raised,
Thank you all for showing up.
you know, especially when he said,
they're waiting for
smoke.
Saturday.
Huh?
yeah, grass fire.
Oh yeah, there's a grass fire over there somewhere. Anyway, so
Getting the ash over here, we're
What do you call it?
Wait, you know, the thing is, you just said 6%, and then he goes, well, Greg Evans and all that stuff, I know the
Well,
man.
they're waiting for Saturday.
And I go,
They're waiting
yeah,
for the count
Greg
of
Evans
ballots.
charges
They're waiting
3%,
for the vote.
yeah,
half of
They're
what you're
waiting for the
paying.
vote.
Yeah.
Now they're waiting for
And I
the
go,
vote.
name all these other
They're waiting for
places.